Hello, listeners. This is Lee Price.
This is Will Ford from Football 365.
And you're listening smartly to At the Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast, although I would describe it as the Chelsea FC podcast.
Magical from Eden Hazard. Kai Havertz in the Champions League final. Ivanovic! In the middle, it's just behind him. But it's tapped in by Hakim Ziyech. Matic with the ball driver. Matic takes the net off. Hat-trick hero. Cole Palmer wins an epic, sensational game.
It's time for another episode of At the Bridge Pod, your number one Chelsea FC podcast. Coming up on this episode...
What a night of Champions League football. Chelsea delivering... Shall I keep that in? Yeah, why not? Oh, welcome back everyone to another episode of At the Bridge Pod, and I'm your host Mike, and I'm joined in this virtual room filled with Lions. Yes, the injury report. We have a man off the injury report. I've got Ollie. I got Chris.
Hello.
He's back.
I'm back.
He's not going to pull his groin. He's all right, and it's the Friday show on a Thursday. But of course, I want to know what Ollie is looking forward to this weekend, because last weekend we claimed that you were taming lions. I don't know if that went well or if it even happened or just in my dreams.
Well, that's why I was off, because I had to tame the lions, and then I was injured by the lions maiming me. And, so I had to take a break. So I wasn't very good at it. But this week it's leopards. No, I'm joking. This weekend I'm going to. It's kind of similar though in a way. I'm going to see the Lion King at the theatre.
Hey, oh, okay.
And
oh, it's good.
Yeah, I've heard it's good. My sisters have seen it, and so I'm looking forward to it. I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay. Oh, Chris, come on. What have you got lined up? Football. It's football. It's always football.
Yeah.
Unless it's cooled off.
Oh, unless it's called off.
Yeah, Saturday won't be. We're on a 4G, so
We're
that'll
all
be on.
good.
Sunday we're on grass, so we'll see how the weather goes. It's also my daughter and son's birthday on Saturday. So my son's going with my wife to some inflatable thing while we have a game in the morning, and then my daughter's having a party on the night, so
I think they're called soft play areas.
No, it's like
an inflatable thing.
It's like it's just loads of indoor inflatables, so it's kind of like a giant bouncy castle, like a warehouse-sized bouncy castle.
Oh, that sounds like I could get injured there. I'm in. I'd be all in on that. Why not?
Yeah, they got like massive inflatable pillows and slides and
That's
stuff
amazing.
like that.
Oh, fair play. I hope they have a good time. That's awesome. I love that. We always do my our adventures, my girlfriend and I do on weekends. It's her turn to choose a place to visit. So could be a city, could be a town, could be a nature reserve, could be Ollie's house. Well, I don't know. I don't know yet.
Imagine if she chose Ollie's house.
I would be so depressed. Be like, oh.
I mean, like,
throwing some shade.
Yeah, but he's taming leopards.
That's
I don't want to tame leopards. There's no one
Yeah,
there. He's
that's
gone to the
true.
Lion King.
You can come visit.
There.
You can come visit, but only if you run here.
Yeah, but there's nobody going to be in your home. It would just be like, why are we here?
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. I'm not going to be there.
Oh, bacon menu. I'm going to be using up some Rice Krispies I have, and we'll be making a marshmallow Rice Krispie style cookie.
Oh, they're so good.
I'm
Those
looking forward to that.
marshmallow Rice Krispie treat type things.
Yes,
They're always
yes,
so
that's
tasty.
it. I'm looking forward to that. So that'll be revealed on my baking Instagram page. Games of the weekend. I've got two selections, just two, because they're bloody good, and I think they're worthy of just going for two. Saturday, Bundesliga barn burner alert, potentially. Frankfurt are hosting Bayer Leverkusen at 2:30, and the last four games when Frankfurt have hosted Leverkusen have ended 4-1, 5-1 to Leverkusen, and 5-1 and 5-2 to Frankfurt. This could be fun.
This could be a cricket score, because Frankfurt are abysmal.
It's time for Leverkusen to do their 5-1. And then Sunday, just close it out, 8 p.m, the Basque Derby, Athletic Bilbao hosting Real Sociedad. There you go. You don't need any more football. Don't need any more football. I know both Chelsea teams are playing, but just two games, just pick them two. You don't need, just catch up with us on Monday about what happened with Chelsea.
Yeah, this is your one-stop shop for all things Chelsea. You don't need Chelsea. You can listen to us.
Exactly. What a treat. What an absolute treat. And Shevva Shoutouts has served up some treats, because I got Alec who said, I love this about me. Yay, I never get ones about me. I don't sell yourself short, Mikey. That Super Bowl loss to the Patriots is regarded as one of the single most devastating losses in NFL history. As an American football fan or myself, and whose daddy's a Seahawks fan, that was the toughest loss of their franchise's history and is easily top 3 in the whole league history. Here's to them getting the chance to right those wrongs. Yes, that I love the fact that that's being brought up all week, and it will be brought up all of next week too. It's like, oh, do you remember when they last played together in the Super Bowl? Like, yes. It was 3 a.m. and I was very sad when it happened. From Alec to Alex, I think Chelsea women got the January window wrong and it will cost them the WSL, maybe more. Buchanan and Bjorn out with mysterious injuries, leaving Sonia with only Lucy and Millie as right-sided centre-backs. Neither have the pace to play high enough or in a back four to control games like we did last season. The back five went from a good surprise tactic to a necessity to compensate for a slow back line. Chris, come on, bringing you in on that. What do you think?
It's a good point that I hadn't thought of, actually.
Have we signed anyone this month? I don't think we have we?
No.
Wait, I really thought we did. I thought we have signed someone this month.
I don't think we have. I'm so sure we haven't. The last signing was definitely Alyssa Thompson, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of people, because we sold Jean-Francois to Villa and
Is it allowed? No, he's a go. That's a guy.
Ashanti Akpan, I think. Let me pull this up. Right? Yes, Akpon. Yeah. So we haven't signed. No, we haven't signed any. Wow, that's really interesting. Oh, that's a risk. Maybe Myra Ramirez will got. Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll see. We'll see how that's a good, interesting point, Alex. Actually, and we'll close out with Rob. I don't think Neto has had a good game this season apart from against Forest. Apparently scoring a tap in every now and then is enough for him to be a guaranteed starter. Well, no one's disagreeing with you, mate. No one here will go, yeah, well, no, he's been awful. He has been.
We'll come to him again later.
Wow, spoilers. Thank you for your reviews, thoughts, and everything else. If you want yours without the show, go to Spotify, drop a comment, and we may just shout it out on the next episode. So with that, let's hit some news. Oh, it's that time of the week. We get to check out the news that you may have missed in the elevator of Chelsea news. Aston Villa beat Chelsea to the signature of Douglas Luiz on loan. Romeo Lavia has returned to training. West Ham are considering a loan move for Axel Disasi. Raheem Sterling has left Chelsea by mutual consent following a contract termination. Several European clubs are now interested in Raheem Sterling as he is in them. Napoli are one of them. He had previously prioritised a London move, but he's understood he's now open to a move abroad. And finally, La Liga will reward you, listener, €50 to anyone reporting any bar or pub broadcasting football illegally. What a deeply unserious individual you have to be to snitch for €50. And if you think, I could spend it. No, that doesn't even cover a month of La Liga in Spain. Imagine selling your integrity for less than the price of watching Getafe and Alaves. Have a word. Have a bloody word with yourself.
Getafe and Alaves is a really good way to put it. Yeah, you just like Valencia, Real Sociedad. It's just not worth it.
I closed down my local pub. Hey, got to watch one game. Shocking. It's a week of news, which is weird because the transfer window closes in 2 days? Or is it Monday because it finishes Saturday, the end of the month?
It's Monday, isn't it? I think it's Monday, the 2nd, yeah.
Yeah, and I've just clicked on my calendar and it says it's World Wetlands Day, so celebrate that.
World Wetlands Day. Yeah, to celebrate your favourite wetland on that day, I guess.
Do we talk about Raheem Sterling? There's no news other than that.
Yeah, let's talk about Sterling.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I have a question for you. Was he a good signing?
No.
I have another question for you because that was pretty definitive. Is he still technically maybe better than the wingers we have now if you don't count Esteval?
I just FYI, I would answer yes to both of those signings. To both of those questions, sorry.
We're bringing it back on a new deal.
I think it's borderline. I think the one who's probably closest to him is Neto, probably. But I don't know. I think what was it on his last season under Pochettino? Obviously, before he's been banished to the nether realm. it was decent. I think he got something like, what was it, 12 or 13 goals and assists. I get it. He was on a lot of money, and we signed him for a lot of money, but I don't know. I'm starting to feel like maybe we treated him poorly.
I don't think training ground goals count.
He's got more goal involvements in less games than Pedro Neto. And bear in mind, Sterling didn't play in the Conference League.
That is true. Look,
where you can stat pad.
Yeah, I don't dislike him as a person at all, because if you've got a contract, you're absolutely entitled to see it out. I can't and will not complain about that. As a footballer, I don't feel any club should take him seriously.
As a footballer, good riddance.
Genuinely,
honestly,
I say that because he turned down multiple moves where he actually would have played purely because other clubs wouldn't match his wage. And now he's a free agent. He's suddenly open to clubs outside of London. You can't piss in my cornflakes and tell me it's fresh milk, because that just told me everything. He also had plenty of chances at Arsenal to nail down a spot to prove that he was actually a good player, and that we had all that bravado when he signed, I'm here, I'm going to do this, and he didn't grab it. And from our side, it's just bad business all round, because was it a panic buy? I don't know. Was it rushed? Was it short-term thinking?
Well, it was Bowley, wasn't it, when he first bought him?
I think the only bad thing about Sterling, though, was his wages. I don't think his fee was bad.
The free kick was bad.
Yeah, but obviously. But people are saying, like, now that he was massively overpriced, but he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
We paid like £52 million for someone who had been an integral part of a Man City team that had won so many titles in a row and had scored goals regularly for them. It was actually a steal. When you look at Strand Larsen, he's going for the same amount of money and he has scored one goal. You can't say it's a bad deal.
I know, but
I don't think it was
and he hates the Albion. I love that song.
I think it wasn't a bad deal, and I also think it wasn't like a not sensible deal at the time as well for the kinds of players we were trying to bring in. It's it's the sort of signing I wish we would make now. But
it's funny that.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? But I think the two things, and everyone will know what I'm going to say here. The two things I remember most from Sterling being at the club is, one is that free kick, and two is where that moment against Wolves when he should have passed it and squared it. Instead of squaring it, he fucked it, the finish instead, and everyone lost their minds. So having said that, if your two most sort of famous Chelsea moments, as it were, maybe the third one is the goal against Dortmund for Potter, right?
Oh, okay.
If those are your top three, I'm not missing you.
No, I would say don't smile because it's over, cry because it happened. On that,
I like that.
On that, we really do get to go straight to our winners and losers, unless someone can pull something out of their butt cracks about news, because I've got nothing else.
Actually, yes.
Go on.
I thought of something just off the top of my head. Kendry Price is going to...
I know that went under my radar. I
going to River Plate, isn't it?
Yeah, he's going to River Plate on loan for like 18 months.
18 months? That's interesting.
My guess is, I think part of the reason that I think he didn't perform in Strasbourg, I think part of the reason it may be his attitude. I also think he was homesick.
Yeah, it's possible.
They've inquired before, so River Plate. So there's an element of that, but I don't know. I mean, let's see what he does.
I mean, if he is homesick, he's going to the wrong country. But yeah.
Yeah, I know, but it's closer though, isn't it?
It feels like that game. It feels like on FIFA when you get a player pop up going, "I want to move. I'm homesick," and then they transfer to a completely different league, and you're like, "What?
Yeah,
what? Okay."
I think it's possible. But let's see what he does, because he's a talented kid. But he's got to take the opportunity now.
100%. With that, we get to head to winners and losers, because we took on Napoli in the Champions League.
Enzo Fernandez up to Joao Pedro. Had one corner when he's back. Good ball back to Joao Pedro. Garnacho's with him. Might not need him. Looks to go alone. And did brilliantly. Oh, what a performance in this second half from Joao Pedro.
Another good finish from Joao Pedro. Napoli staring elimination right in the face.
Napoli 2, Chelsea 3. Winners and losers. Who have you got? But more importantly, how many have you got?
It's 3 and 3 for me. I tend to stick to the rules these days.
I have stuck to the rules too. 3 and 3.
And so have I, 3 and 3.
Oh,
my God, Berth would
team.
be so happy, and he's not even here.
No, he's gone. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back. He doesn't do Thursdays. We worked that out. Look, very, 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 very good result in the end, considering how everything else played out across a fucking wacky night in the Champions League. Holy shit! Goalkeeper scoring goals, double red cards, absolute madness. I will kick off with the man who he was in the sound bite even. Joao Pedro. Oh, come
on mine.
Of course he is.
He's on mine as well.
2 goals, team. 2 massive, massive goals. He dragged us over the line. This was the put the team on the back performance, probably his best since the Club World Cup, I'd say. It's that first goal was just absolutely beautiful. I said on one of our Monday shows recently that his goal against Brentford came from just pure instinct. He got out of his feet and he hit it, and he just did the exact same thing here. Only this time it was even better. It was further out, and he had to spin his man to create the extra yard and bit of space, and he just levered it, didn't he? And that's the quality he has inside his boots. Talk to me about this goal, because it was amazing.
I wish he'd shoot more.
I too agree,
because I think his shots per 90 is pretty low. I think it's been pretty low throughout his career, but I think it's one of his lowest this season. And but it was an absolute wonder strike. Not only the fact that he gets the ball from Palmer, and he's not in the best position. He's properly surrounded by players, as was Palmer himself. And he does this beautiful little touch with the outside of his right boot to sort of push the ball away. And then as he sort of turns, he then creates the space for himself and just rifles it into the top corner. It's such a beautiful goal. I happened to be staying in London actually last night. I was at the bridge because it was a good place to stay, and we were in Frankie's watching the game. Funnily enough, I saw Jason Cundy in there, and when that goal went in, everyone in Frankie's went absolutely mental. It was so good, and yeah, it was his best performance since the Club World Cup, easily, no doubt. And I want to see more of that from him now, because that was a big game on a big stage. He's put himself in the running and in the position to be a real stalwart for the rest of the season.
Did you say hello to him?
Well, Jason Cundy.
Yeah.
I waved at him because he looked like he was busy. I sort of just shouted and waved.
Did you just run over to him?
Oh, I wish. I wanted to so much.
And he just turns to you and goes, "Fuck off."
You have no idea how much I wanted to go over to him and tell him about the Cundy alarm for our podcast.
Chris, tell me some more, because we will talk about the second goal, but that first goal, was that another reason he was a winner for you?
Yeah, because it's what you want from your number 9. Scoring big goals in big moments. And again, half chances. We're not relying on creating really good chances to score goals. We're scoring those half chances. He did it against Brentford, and he did it again here. Interestingly, up until his second goal, his last 3 goals for us have been with his left foot.
Oh, interesting.
Which is his weaker foot. So the fact that he can hit a ball like that off his weaker foot is incredible.
It means he doesn't really have one, to be honest.
Yeah. He's got everything that you would want from a centre forward at the moment, especially in the way our team plays. And I think he is getting better. And I think he's starting to look more like the Joao Pedro we've seen in the Club World Cup. I don't think it's a shock that that's coincided with a certain someone leaving the football club.
Say no names.
Absolute attack killer who's left the football club now, and our attackers all of a sudden have realised they're allowed to play football again. But yeah, big goals in big moments, and that's all you can ever ask for from your striker, and that'll give him the confidence, I think, to carry on. And I think it'll give the confidence of the fans and of his teammates that they can rely on him in these big moments. And I think it it could be one of those games that we look back on come the end of the season where he's gone on a really good run and ended with a really good season, and you look back at this game as that was the real turning point for him.
I thought hang on, sorry, really quick, Marky. Other than the goals as well, I just want to say that I thought his all-round game was very good. I really, there was a back and forth because like some people weren't as convinced as me that he was having a good game, but I thought the way he was driving with the ball, the way he was coming deep to pick it up, turning, like he was trying a lot of different things, and a lot of it was working. And it just like there was only the odd thing here and there that wasn't quite coming off. But yeah, I was really impressed with his all-round play. It reminded me a lot of Nico Jackson's best qualities, I thought. The way he sort of was combative and held the ball and drove with it and picked the right passes. And then to top it off with the 2 goals, it's just, amazing.
Before I wax lyrical about that second goal, Mr. Fabrizio Romano has just said that a deal is very, very close for Axel Disasi to join West Ham on loan. Talks are in the final stages. It's breaking news. That's what Fabrizio's put. He's put breaking. Disasi was never close to joining an Italian club, despite several reports. West Ham are now accelerating. Whoa! It's all kicking off now in the. Who gives a shit?
I mean, that's West Ham safe then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, that's something we
do not care.
Yeah, we're moving on. Second goal.
What percentage on the here we go meter is
He didn't list that this time. I think he's been meaned out of existence for doing it's 85%. Xavi Simons could still become a Chelsea player. It's getting there. It's getting closer. The second goal, though, I thought that was absolutely beautiful false 9 behaviour because, well, I saw it. We saw it against Crystal Palace, and we saw it again. He hung around that halfway line. He dragged the defender out of position. He's got pace as well, and he did a 1-2 with Palmer, got fed through. Pace did the rest. He was clinical, and he had pressure around him as well. And he was just ruthless. And that is a striker.
Can I say as well for that goal? Yes. Garnacho's run with him is fucking abysmal.
He doesn't. We don't. Well, we were playing with 10 men with him on the pitch.
Did you think it was hilarious the fact that when you watch the replay, the fact that he glances at Garnacho and then thinks, "No, I'll just go myself."
Yeah, he thinks I'll do it
But
myself because he's running like an idiot, but like far too close to him to be any real use, and like not dragging the defender. And it's just honestly, it was pointless.
That's the thing, Joao Pedro.
Might as well have not been there.
That is a striker though, absolutely full of confidence. His belly's full, his napkin's tucked in. He just treated Napoli's defence like a self-checkout machine. He scanned, he paid nothing. He went home. That was it. He didn't give a shit. And he was great. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Oh,
that caught me off guard, mate. That was really good.
Right. My second winner was Robert Sanchez.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's a fair shout, especially with the save at the end.
I've got an agenda in positivity for this guy. I will say, look, it was another top-class night for me, for Rob, because big saves when we needed them. And some were elite as well, because there's a late save from, we've just mentioned him, Aliano Garnacho. He fell over the ball. Napoli broke and why did we worry? Outstanding reactions. It was a proper save. His numbers backed it up on the night as well. He had 3 saves, which you could go, is that it? No, but they were important. 5 recoveries, 33 accurate passes, and he made 2 defensive contributions. And I think since the Club World Cup final, he's been one of the best goalkeepers in Europe. That's my opinion. And he's firmly in the conversation for me for Chelsea's Player of the Season.
I was very worried when he had that little wobble recently, but
against Arsenal.
Yeah, and he bounced back though, and I said it back.
Yeah,
you know what? I said over a year ago now that I need consistency from my goalkeeper. It's a bit like takeaway food. You go to a franchise chain like McDonald's or Domino's because they sell you consistency. And for me, Sanchez now sells me my McChicken sandwich. He puts my fries in the bag, a drink in a cup hold, and he goes, "Have a good evening, Mike." And I appreciate that from him. And I just want to see more of it.
I've got an interesting take here. No, it's not directly about Sanchez, but I think he's a good sort of measuring stick for it.
Okay.
Robert Sanchez was absolutely god-awful. But for whatever reason at the time, the club and the manager put their faith in him and he played every week, even though he was absolutely dog shit. And now he's really good. Cucurella, exactly the same. Was absolutely awful, but kept playing. And eventually come good. Caicedo started awful, kept playing. Then obviously now is one of the best midfielders in the world. Enzo Fernandez, you could make the same case for. Didn't start well, went through a period where he was absolutely shit, but kept playing every single week.
To be fair, I think he did start well,
so...
Fernandez. He did start
then
well
he
under
kind of
Potter,
fell
and
off,
then
didn't he? He had that
quickly,
one really bad period.
Yeah.
Which
you
did
and I
last a long
remember
time.
Well. You and me remember it well, Chris.
But he kept being played because we'd invested so much money in him, and now he's come good. It's really interesting that we haven't done that with any forward, and the one place we still struggle is up front. In terms of our wingers and our striker, I don't think we've done that with. So it's funny because it seems like all of the data would suggest that if we just fully invest into somebody and give them the time, they will come good eventually because enough players have done it.
Like
but
Maresca.
It seems no players I'm talking about now, not that. I don't ever want to hear of him again.
Trust
honestly.
the process.
But yeah, it's because look, take Joao Pedro now, for example, in really good form at the moment. But if he goes through a blip, let's say he has 2 or 3 bad games in a row, he'll get dropped and Liam Delap will play for a while, and then he'll be shit, and Joao Pedro will come back in. And I don't think that helps, and I think one of the main mistakes we've made over the last few years has been not pinning our hopes on one and just sticking with them for a while.
I think you could generally say something similar for a lot of the team, actually, and maybe again it's back to the he who shall not be named, apparently, according to Chris. But we for a long time we were a club that tinkered a lot. We had the most like changes to our starting 11 in the whole Premier League. You know, like it's the complete opposite of a team like Arsenal, who had the fewest, and look how well they were doing. You know, I know it's not an exact science, but that consistency does breed character and it breeds performance. And if you're copying, changing, you're in and out of the side all the time. Yeah, maybe it is no wonder that we've struggled for consistency in our attackers. Arguably, our best attacker who we've signed in ages were Jackson and Palmer, right? And Palmer got to play very consistently because he started really well, and then even since but now that he's been injured and in and out of the team a bit, he's struggled a little bit. And Jackson, we gave him a lot of faith, and he did get better the more he played, and he was a decent striker for us. So I think I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's something the Boffins at the club need to work out.
Chris, who was your second winner?
Liam Rosenior.
Yeah, he was mine as well.
He's technically a winner for me, yes.
Tried something, got it wrong. First half, the lineup was questionable and bizarre, you might say. Also, brave or stupid, depends how you look at it, to try and go to Napoli against Antonio Conte and play him at his own game is fucking brave or stupid. And it turned out it was stupid. But I said when the whole Maresca getting sacked thing happened, the main criticism I had of Maresca was his in-game management was so poor that he didn't recognise what was going wrong in a game or how to rectify it, and was too stubborn and set in his ways to do anything. All he would ever do would be like for like changes. I'll take one winger off, I'll bring another one on and just hope he does better. But everything else will stay the same. Rosenior doesn't do that. He adapts to what he's actually seeing in front of him. And I thought his in-game management, yes, it was, you could argue it was 2 moments of brilliance from Joao Pedro that won us the game. But I would also argue that he was allowed to do that because of the changes that the manager made. And I think his in-game management in this game in particular, I think it's been good in all the others, but in this one, I think it really shone as his biggest asset, that he can recognise and be humble enough to admit, no, I've got this wrong and I need to change this, because if we persist with this system, we're going to lose. And he changed the system. He brought Chalobah on. He went to a back four. I thought all of the subs that he made impacted the game, -1. And he got the result and he got the win. And that's a sign for me of a good coach who doesn't play one way. They have a foundation of how they want to play, but he will adapt in game to what do we need to do to win the game, because that's all essentially what matters come the end. Come the final whistle, it's did you win or not? No one gives a shit how you've played. There's loads of, and I'll get to this later, but there's loads of fans online who seem to care more about us playing well than winning. But the reality is, it's the result that matters, and it's the result that people are going to remember. Because we could have gone to Napoli and played them off the park and lost 2-0, and everyone would have gone, "Well, we're out, so that's not good enough." And then you think, okay, I would rather have gone there and had a shit 45 minutes, have the manager make changes, dominate the second half, and win the game.
Yeah. Ollie, did you have him as a winner?
Yeah, I did. I won't add much more based on what Chris has said, because I think that's the main thing. Is he adapted really well, and like Chris said, the main thing wasn't necessarily the personnel. It was it was recognizing basically immediately that something in the first half was broken. It wasn't working, either to his fault or someone else's, and he changed it, and he changed it quickly, and he changed the tactic and the sort of the setup as well. Like Chris said, going to a back four was definitely the smarter play. I think he probably just tried to experiment a bit too much. He's actually, spoiler for my losers, he's a loser for me as well, Rosenior, because I thought it was a really silly lineup in the end, because we had so many players who weren't playing in the right positions. In that second half, though, he reverted back to typing. He went, right, no, we're going to put Reece James at right back. We're going to put, Caicedo and Enzo in the middle. We're going to have Palmer on the right doing his thing. We're going to try and have Gusto overlap where he can, right? And it just kind of just functions so much better together when you put players. I know there's always this question these days about profiles versus positions, like what regions of a pitch can a player operate in. Like Reece James is a good example. You put him anywhere, he's good. But you'd say he's a right back in terms of positioning usually, if not a midfielder. But I just thought the way he was looking at that, is the way he went around fixing the problems that we had in the game were just. I was really impressed, and it makes me think he's quite a classic manager, Rosenior, and I got a lot of time for that.
Yeah, I had Liam Rosenior in brackets second half, because credit where it's due. Something Enzo Maresca rarely did was admit something wasn't working and fix it mid-game. He did make changes. I'm not going to be totally cruel to Enzo. However, not like Rosenior did. He made a half-time change. It helped Joao Pedro be more Joao Pedro. He brought on a little later on in the game Chalobah to stabilise the defence massively. And there was some tactical tweaks. It just corrected that mess of the first half. And you could see the game state shift from all Napoli to something a bit more balanced. And that is the blueprint going forward. Just keep it simple. Don't overthink it. Trust the players in the positions that they're naturally playing. And something post-game as well, I'll bring up that I think, you know what, there could be something here. Did you see how he interacted with Joao Pedro talking to the media?
Yeah, I saw that. I really liked that. Really proper,
it wasn't to the CBS bit. Yeah, it was just he was talking to when they walk through. It's like a little tunnel thing, and Liam just turns up behind him and just stares at him, and they have a laugh. He does come across. Look, I was very skeptical about Rosenior when he came in. I was, and all the things like everyone else said. Oh, he's a PE teacher. He's this. He's been over promoted. He's a very likable guy.
And that's half the battle. Sometimes.
Yeah, I can't sit here and go, he's not likable. Of course he's likable. I look at him and go, yeah, he's all right, isn't he?
And do you know what else? I think yesterday showed a really important trait, though, that he does want to be personable to the players, and he spoke about that a lot, sort of the man management side of it, and wanting to understand these players as people, which I think is absolutely crucial in modern football, more so than any other time. but he's also not afraid to stamp his authority on it. Bringing Gittins back off to bring on Badiashile, whether you agree with the tactical switch there to, invite pressure or not, it's a ballsy move, that, and that is one that tells the players, listen, we can be Pally, but I'm still in charge here, and if I need to make a decision that puts the team above any player, then I'll do it, and that's what he did. I think that was a big moment, because it's so brave to do that, especially when you've only been in a job for the short amount of time that he has, to say to a player, right, you're going on as a sub, and then the game completely changes and all of a sudden we're hanging on for the win, and he thinks, right, get him back off because I need to bring a centre back on and the only person I can bring off is you. There was no apology for it. It was, well, the team needs this to win the game, so that's what I'm doing. And I think that was big, and I think players will respect that.
And he did say sorry to him, but that was quite audible. He was very much like, sorry, it's a tactical thing. So it's not like, communication is literally half the battle.
It's almost irritating how good he is at this, if you know what I mean. Where it's like everything he seems to do and say at the moment just seems to be hitting the right frequency with the fan base in a lot of ways. And I think a lot of people are really like. I think the key thing for a lot of people with Rosenior is how is he going to do when he first comes in? Is he going to get the grace from the fan base? Because the fan base are impatient and because they deserve to be impatient after how many years we've had, right? But everything he says and does seems to be working at the moment. We've got, 5 wins in 6.
Yeah.
He's playing in all different kinds of competitions. He's played all different kinds of setups and individuals and things already. But he's learning on the role really fast, and he already seems to have a natural aptitude for it. And you can't say any more than that. Then that's a really good thing for the club.
100%. Chris, who's your final winner?
I've got the subs.
Oh.
I think all the subs deserve credit for having an impact on the game, except Jamie Gittins, who was exactly the same as the person he replaced. Well, potentially Garnacho as well, although I do think Garnacho was livelier than Gittins when he came on. Cole Palmer came on, got 2 assists. Chalobah came on and added structure and some solidity to the back line, and I think we looked better when Chalobah came on the pitch. That was probably down to the change of shape as well, but I also do think he's become such an important player for us now, Chalobah, that he's almost gone underrated now, I would say. I think before, when he first came back from his loan at Palace, I think people went a little bit too far and he got a little bit overrated, but I'd argue he's probably a little bit underrated now that no one really talks about him, and he's actually crucial to us. And I think you've seen that in the first half when he wasn't playing. We looked really shaky defensively. I'm not saying he's, John Terry, but in terms of the standard of player that we have in the defence at the moment and of ones who are available, he's our best centre back at the moment by far. Not even, I wouldn't even say
he's our best available centre back.
Yeah. And I think he's really growing into that role of being like a leader within the team as well. I think he leads the back line quite well at the minute. So again, credit to the manager for the subs that he made, but also credit to the subs for coming on and actually having an impact on the game.
Yeah, no, so I think that's spot on. Oh, Ollie, what have you got? Final winner, please.
Fighting for the badge is my last winner.
Ooh, nice.
Because that we go 1-0 up in the game from a handball. I don't know whether people want to say it's a handball or not. I think it's a handball, especially with UEFA's strict rules they're going to give it. And then after that, we kind of get pegged back. We really struggle. We go 2-1 down at half time, and we're thinking, oh dear, right? We're thinking, how are we going to turn this around? We don't really look like we're going to be able to change anything. So, and as much as the manager makes changes at halftime, the players have to be the ones to actually turn it around and do it. And what I saw out there, especially in that second half, was players fighting for each other, running for each other, trying to make the right decisions for each other, working together as a team. And it's probably one of the games where I've seen the most togetherness from the side in quite a long time. And to face something like adversity against a good Napoli side with some very good players in it, and a very, very, very good manager as well in Antonio Conte. And you got to remember as well, Napoli hadn't lost at home since December 2024. You know, in over a year, they hadn't lost at home. So for us to turn up and to do that in under all that uncertainty and all of that, you know, in the newness of the club and then being pegged back in the game as well, it shows some real character and fight from the squad that I'm really happy to see.
Yeah.
You know what was funny though as well about it? Like, I'd argue that since Rosenior come in, they haven't crumbled under pressure as much as they did before. You look at the Arsenal game. Yes, I know we went on to we went on to lose it in the end, but at 3-1 down, there was no acceptance that, oh well, we've lost, so let's go out then. We came back into the game and stayed in the tie going into the second leg, and then in this game you're 2-1 down at half time. 10 weeks ago we don't come back and win that game.
No,
We just-
well,
we
mainly
just-
because
we
we
just
don't do
don't.
anything differently either, you know. And again, that's down to the manager's approach and things like that. But I don't think but to my point about the players having to actually do it, I don't think the players have the belief either. In 10 weeks ago,
Yeah, that's what that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right, as with winners, we go losers. And of course, I now criticise Liam Rosenior. First half.
Yep.
First half. I can't tolerate in a win that I wouldn't in a loss. And what was that setup? Oh, my word. We would have absolutely slaughtered Enzo Maresca if he'd served that up, and rightly so. And when you play Antonio Conte, Chris has literally hinted at it. You don't match his back three with a back three. Teams tried
he's
that.
better at it than you.
Yeah.
They tried that against our Conte's Chelsea in the title win season, and they got blown away. We had Reece James at centre-back whilst Gusto decided to invert. And if anyone should be inverting, it should be Reece, who's actually very good at it. Gusto, not so much. The only recognised centre-back was Wesley Fofana, who had an absolutely dreadful game. The first half, a good portion of it, we were out-fought, out-muscled, outclassed. Napoli just kept slicing through the midfield like hot knife through butter. And this was a must-win Champions League game. And we just rolled out a formation I don't think I've seen us play it in a long time. And obviously there was Rosenior was writing in his notebook. I assume that now in hindsight he wrote, "Dear Diary, here's what changing my tactics in a Champions League game taught me about back-to-back wins," because he still won. So fair play to you, sir. Look, to be fair to him, he did fix it. And that's why I put him on the winners list as well. I've praised him, but I just can't take him out the losers list because that first half nonsense set us up so poorly. It was
That's
just
fair. It's really fair. Yeah.
I agree with that because it really was a poor setup in the first half, and I think Chris put it right. I think in the winners section, it's like it's bravery bordering on stupid to do that to Antonio Conte. I don't, you know, like I didn't mind the lineup in the immediate because I thought, well, it's a ballsy move and it's a bit different and it might surprise Napoli, but it didn't surprise them at all. And it's one of those, if it works, you look like a genius, but it really didn't. And I'm glad he changed it, but I hope we don't see that again.
Yeah, hopefully not. Chris, was that a loser for you, or were you a bit fairer?
No, I didn't have it on there because I thought I could just add it. I could just add it into the winners. But
That's justified.
My first loser is Wesley Fofana.
Yeah,
he should. Yeah, I mean, he's not on mine.
He's my last loser, so
he was horrible, wasn't he?
I mean, to be fair, we can talk about the system all we like, but it doesn't help when he has probably the worst game I've seen someone have in a Chelsea shirt since Bakayoko at Watford.
Oh.
He was absolutely horrendous. I can't remember a single positive thing that he did until Chalobah came on, and then I thought he looked more comfortable. So there might be something in that as well. But I mean, at fault for 2 goals. I mean, we conceded 2 goals, and he was at fault for both of them.
Yeah.
So it's
How
not
are you
a great...
getting manhandled by Hoyland for the
whoa,
first?
Whoa!
No,
I mean,
he was though. I'm sorry.
do you know what though? It's a common theme with Fofana. He doesn't defend his box well at all. I think he's okay, Fofana, when he can be aggressive and on the front foot, in and around the halfway line, in a high line where he can go and be aggressive and get up against centre forwards and try and nick balls. You ask him to defend his box, he's absolutely fucking terrible. He loses his man all the time. The amount of goals we've conceded this season where he is marking nobody and he isn't marking the person who just puts it in completely unmarked. It's really bad. He loses the run there. I mean, he gets spun by someone who's about 5'4" for the first goal, and you think, what are you doing? What are you actually doing?
Is it? His first senior goal as well. So it's not like that player's doing that often.
No.
And he was like a preacher putting his hands up in the air, and he seemed to be praying to the Lord more than he was focused on defending. I've never seen defending like that, and I hope I never see it again because it was absolutely abysmal. I thought he was genuinely terrible.
That version of Fofana is
cannot win with him, cannot coach with him, can't do it. I want winners.
It was just awful. He was
can't do it.
He was dreadful. He is considered our best centre back. He is actually considered that, and
I don't know why.
Not anymore.
I think he's massively overrated.
I think that tells you everything about our centre back problem. Because you've just said it, he was at fault for both goals. The equaliser, you know what? It's a moment of quality from Vergara because he does turn him. But like you said, Wesley had his hands up like he was waiting for a cab in Soho since the driving ban. And he just looked so rattled in that Naples cauldron. He was turned inside out for the first, and then Rasmus Højlund, look, who's a world-class player, one of the best in the world, glided past him for the second. And
he's the best Danish striker at Napoli.
You know what? You are right. With Chalobah, hey, Kasper Dolberg scored as well last night. So
he did.
It was like watching a trumpeter in an orchestra who was 3 notes behind everyone else. Out of tune and out of sync. Chalobah helped get him back on tune. He actually did. I'll give him credit, but doesn't change what everything else. 2 goals, both were your blame's all over them.
Yeah.
I have to criticise it. Ollie, who was your first loser?
The second loser for me
was
the midfield.
Oh, okay.
But mainly just for the first half, not for the second half. Because to be fair, the midfield in the second half were more than good enough. In the first half, a baby in a stroller could have cut through our midfield. I do not understand for the life of me how it was so easy for Lobotka and McTominay and whoever else they had in midfield, because they had about 1 million players in midfield. We're just driving through us so easily in midfield in the first half. I have no idea what we were looking at. I think that was partially why we had so many points in the first half where they were just all over us in terms of pressure. Why we had so many sort of defensive errors and why we looked so shaky is because the back 3, I guess, had absolutely no protection whatsoever, which is really weird when you've got about 7 midfielders on the pitch. So I don't really understand why that happened. And again, I just don't want to see that again because it's something that I do worry about with Rosenior is that if I need him to, yes, take the risks and yes, play more energetic football, but I don't want to see us going back to the days of having Pochettino's abysmal defensive record and the basketball style, right? I want us to be controlled in midfield and in pressure, but obviously without falling into the sort of robotic football that we've come to hate. It's just something that we just need to keep an eye on. If we're that easy to cut through against a team like Napoli, we'll face better teams, especially in the Champions League this season, and they'll do the same.
I think he's not helped though by the fact that Caicedo's in his worst run of form since he joined us. I think
I agree with that. But to be fair, for Fofana's first goal, for Fofana's first mistake for the first goal for Napoli, that's bad from Caicedo.
Yeah, he gets bodied as well.
Yeah, he gets bodied early on and then can't recover the ball. He had other good moments, Caicedo, but you're right. Probably he's really struggling at the moment, and maybe when he's not up to the level, no one else is. But in that case, we've got to play to that. We've got to change. We've got to do something about that. Either someone else has got to step up, or he's got to step back up, or we've got to change it to protect him a little bit more, maybe, or give him a rest on the sidelines, or I don't know what. But we either need him good, but because without him, we don't have a midfield. Not really.
No, it just shows how much he carries the other players he plays with. I think that when he has a bad game, they don't ever carry him through. It's always the other way around. And if he has a bad game, our midfield is poor because he does so much of the heavy lifting in there.
Chris, who was your second loser?
Pedro Neto. I mean, at this point, you might as well carve it in stone that he's on the losers list every time the kid kicks a football because he is quite possibly one of the worst players I've ever seen.
He's really struggling, isn't he, at the moment? And he rightly hooked at halftime.
Do you know what? Do you know what's annoying me more about him, though? I can cope with players going out of form. Looks like he doesn't give a fuck, though. Honestly, since Maresca got sacked, I've never seen a player down tools so much as him. All of that stuff that everyone used to say about how hard he works, there's none of that. I don't see any of that anymore. The amount of times he gets walked past and he just ambling back, and you think, the only good thing about you, mate, was your work rate. If you lose that, you might as well go play in League One because you are fucking horrendous as a footballer.
Well, I think he did care, because he didn't post on Instagram after the game, so he must have been pissed.
He was pissed off that he got subbed off.
Yeah,
because he's like, "What? You can't sub me off. I work hard."
Yeah, well, Chris, you know what? I will bring this in. Because you are in the same ballpark as me. My final loser is left wingers. And there's something that I didn't
We're not
realize.
a political podcast, Mikey. What are you doing?
Look, one thing that I didn't realize that Sabrina Carpenter was actually writing man-child about Chelsea's left wingers. But here we are. Listen, because she says, baby, what do you call it? Stupid or is it slow? Maybe it's useless. That's our left wingers. They're stupid, slow, and useless.
I think the way we put it well on this podcast is idiots, dickheads, or both.
Well, I don't even think they could be technically
idiots,
even any of those. I mean,
both.
Look, Pedro Neto started again. Honestly, those conspiracy theories are starting to look less unhinged by every single week.
They really are.
The eye test was absolutely brutal. He added nothing. He just added frustration. And then Garnacho came on, and we all know how he was against Arsenal. Praised him, loved it last night. 0 shots, 0 creation, and he nearly gives Napoli an equaliser by falling over. Robert Sanchez bailed that man out. Jamie Gittins got subbed on. He was subbed off later for tactical reasons, not his fault. But look at his 30 minutes. No shots, no chances created. 0 successful dribbles from 3 attempts. What the hell is that left side? What on earth?
But and it's from that this sort of understanding of the left wingers that we have at the team that made me ask the question in the news segment about Sterling. Would he actually be a better fit right now? I mean, obviously not anymore because he's not at the club anymore. But you know what I mean.
With our left wingers.
Congratulations for being shit. Well done for being shit, and well done for being shit.
And ironically, there are 3 of them, and just awful. And we've got to sign another one in the summer now. It never ends.
No, it's all right. Mudrik's coming back soon.
Yeah, apparently he's already training. Even though their photos are like 2 years old. Oh dear. Ollie, who was your second or final loser?
Overreactions. I like to talk about the narrative about games after the fact, and for everything that we've said good about this game, about how it was a great moment of character from a lot of the players and the team and the manager, to do that at Napoli in the way that we did it was very impressive. But Napoli did have about 20 players out injured as well. Yes. Napoli had 7 players on the bench. 2 of them were goalkeepers. So they only had 5 players that they could bring on, and so they knew exactly who they were bringing on. Before a ball was even kicked, really. And so it was always going to be expected that we probably were going to improve in the second half because they had so many of their players and a lot of good players as well. A good few starters for them, like De Bruyne was out and Gilmore. I don't know how much he plays there at the moment, but he was out, and a handful of others as well. It was like 7 or 8 of them. And so I think it's just worth saying that, Napoli didn't look great in the second half and we looked better, but there was also probably down to a fitness thing. We were probably able to better outrun them because we had better tools at our disposal in the second half than they did. And it's just important to talk about that because I think some people already are starting to put this game into sort of the mythical Chelsea performances. It was a great game, great performance, great result. I don't begrudge any of that, but I don't know. Let's not fly too close to the sun too soon.
That's totally justified. Chris, who was your final loser?
I've got Chelsea fans. Now, I think our fan base, and obviously the main interaction you see from any fan base now is online. We are the worst because if you look at Arsenal fans, everyone hates Arsenal fans at the minute, and rightly so. Right? Because all of Arsenal fans at the moment are going so ridiculously over the top with their team that every single player they've got is the best player in the world in their position and they've got the best manager in the world, but they're still going to bottle the league. So that's an interesting point. But I would rather that than what we have. And what we have is all of our players are shit, the manager's shit, the sporting directors are shit, the board's shit, everything's shit. But we won, yeah, but it's shit. All I've seen online after this game is how that performance was shit, though. But we won the game. Yeah, performance was shit. And people keep using this excuse of, if we keep playing like this, it's not sustainable. But doesn't make any sense because I don't know what we have to do to be considered to have a good performance. Then it feels at the moment like our fans wouldn't be happy if we went out, won the first half 5-0, won the second half 12-0, and everyone would go. First half was a bit slow though, wasn't
it? Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
I just don't understand it.
It's a funny thing, Chris, because I think for a long time, a lot of people who listen to this show might consider that something similar about you.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
and that is perfectly fair. However, I would like to always think that I was relatively balanced. That when we was good, I said we was good.
Yeah, that's true.
And when we were shit, we was shit. And it feels to me at the moment like there's the larger portion of this fan base actually don't want us to be successful. Because they want to push their own anger about things going wrong onto, wow, see, I was right because the results are shit. They'd rather us fail so they can keep having a go at the sporting directors and the owner rather than us be successful and maybe at some point have to admit, actually, maybe they got it right. Even though we didn't agree with it at the time, maybe they got it right. Just judge what you say. And I don't understand this whole thing of why do we have to overanalyze every single performance? I mean, no word of a lie. That's the
point of this episode.
Stop it, Mikey.
I went on X.
Oh,
maybe 2 minutes after the final whistle.
Oh.
First thing I saw was a thread of analysing the performance. Right, the positives had 2 points. The negatives had 15. 15. We won the game. There was 2 positives, which were the 2 positives was the result and Joao Pedro. That was it. The negatives was the tactical setup was wrong. The centre-back's positioning was wrong. Midfield was getting played through too easy. Wingers wasn't good enough. Even when we made the changes, Napoli had too many chances. We didn't create enough. We didn't have enough players in the box. Fucking hell, what are you doing? And then said at the end, we only won the game through individual moments of brilliance. Well, you could say that about most football games. Most football games are scored by some sort of brilliance somewhere. Because that's how you score a goal, isn't it? There's something good.
There's
somewhere.
2 ways. It's someone did something good, someone did something bad.
Yeah, it's such a ridiculous take to say, well, we only won that game because our striker scored. Well, yeah, you're right. Fucking hell, yeah, we were shit.
Oh, I will end it on another laughable moment because someone did tweet me about when I said Pedro Neto was trash. And they were like, you sound so reasonable. I'm not naming you, that you were reasonable on pods, yet so reactionary on your X posts. I'm like, to be fair, we have actually said this about Pedro Neto. And this also is proof why none of us, especially me, are allowed to record straight after a game. The reactions are just not allowed. Not allowed.
Yeah,
sack him.
we'd get cancelled, I think.
Oh, right. Emojis. I went with back-to-back Brazilian for me because I'm waving the Brazilian flag because Joao Pedro.
Don't need to hear about your private life, Michael.
Well, we'll get there. We'll go. Anyway, go on. What have we got? What have we got?
I'm just looking at what to put here.
I'm gonna go.
That was delayed. Stupid soundboard.
Oh, honestly, the soundboard has a sense of humor. I swear to God.
I'm gonna go with the question mark because we've got through now to the knockout stages. Is number 3 still on?
Oh,
I like that.
My prediction.
I like that. I'm gonna say, like the OK hand symbol. I'm gonna go with that. Because I was happy with the game, and I'm just glad that we came out of it. Everyone's okay, and also I'm glad that the Chelsea fan who have experienced violence in Naples
good point.
because of the game.
Yeah.
I'm glad
100%.
that they're okay as well.
Yeah, wishing them a full and quick recovery. Right, we'll go to Lion of the Week. Right, Chris, you had Caicedo. Will went with Delap. I had Joao Pedro.
That's a big winner for Mikey. Well done, mate.
I feel like Mikey's doing really well at this.
Can I just
year.
point out that I did this week? Last week we all won. We all won because we all had top Lions. Week prior, I did it again. Brentford, nobody was a winner because we had Esteban Garnacho and Pedro Neto, and should have learned a lesson. And I did. So who was the Lion? It would be Joao Pedro, wouldn't it? He had to be. I'm not going to.
Yeah, no doubt.
What about Garnacho for that run? Do you think that's
Garnacho was nearly Napoli's man of the match?
Yeah.
It's possible. Good point. We will go to a match preview. We are having a quiet one. I don't know where we're going. I wrote West Ham, but I've put Selhurst Park, and I'm going to assume
it's
we're at
definitely
home.
West Ham. It's West Ham.
I'm assuming we're at home. We are at home. That's what we're doing, and we're playing West Ham.
Yeah.
So
5:30 on Saturday, isn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
They are 18th in the Premier League with 5 wins, 5 draws, and 15 defeats. They have 2 wins, 1 draw, and 2 defeats in their last 5. Spotlight. You know what? I pointed my gaze towards Valentin Castellanos because he's a new sign from Lazio. He looked decentish against Sunderland, and he's also been booked in his last 3 games. So he's only played 4 times for them. So he might be a new striker for us to look at next season because that discipline record is hilariously bad. And
they've just signed Adama Traore as well.
You know what? I've put that in here because, what a man. Like those muscles, the hair, just him.
What a mighty good man.
Imagine him and Hulk giving you a training session in the gym. Bloody hell.
Adama Traore is one of those footballers who is more famous for all of his stuff except his football.
That is accurate. Yes.
Yeah.
The last time West Ham beat us was on the 20th of August, 2023. What was the UK number 1 on that date? It was Dance the Night by Dua Lipa. The question is, though, which Lion will still be looking their best, staying on the beat, and a Lion that we can count on to miss no steps. Listen to the song, you'll get the reference. Who could it be? Who could it be this week? I've got a record to keep up.
Could be Adama Traore.
That's not good for us.
The Cristiano Ronaldo of Akinfenwas, as I call him.
Wow. Okay. Oh, man, this is tough. This is tough.
Trying to think, it should be an attacker. We should be thinking, right? Like that. West Ham are actually horrendous.
Wheel has gone Trevor.
They are unbeaten in their last 3, though, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're 18.
Trevor Chalobah for the Wheel.
Interesting.
I'm going to go for Enzo Fernandez.
Oh, good shout.
Yeah, I mean, he's contributing a lot of goals lately. A lot of goals.
Yeah, it's true.
So I think he should have an impact.
I'm going to go.
He won't play now.
I'm going to go a little bit risky. I'm going to go Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
What a sad thing to say, that's risky.
Yeah, I know, right?
I know, it makes me sad.
You know what? Back to back, we'll do it again. Joao Pedro, you could serve me well.
It's a good shout, mate. If he has half as good a game as he did against Napoli, he'll probably be up there.
Him or Esteval was my temptation. Match preview ends with Blue versus who? 3 questions on the opponent. I have number 1 in the reverse fixture earlier this season. It ended 5-1. Which player, though, was originally named in the starting 11, suffered an injury in the warm-up and was replaced by Esteval?
Cole Palmer.
Correct. Was it his groin? Was it?
It was.
Was it the start of
yeah.
that? Number 2, West Ham beat Chelsea 3-1 on August 20th, 2023. But which English player scored the equaliser for Chelsea in the 28th minute?
English player. 2018. Tammy Abraham?
Yes. 2023.
Oh, sorry, 2023.
28th minute.
Raheem Sterling.
I was about to give you a clue and say he's not on our books anymore, but it isn't Raheem Sterling.
Is it Carney Chukwuemeka?
It is indeed Carney Chukwuemeka. And of course, ending with the reverse. Put these former Hammers in order when they first joined Chelsea. I've got Frank Lampard, I've got Demba Ba, I've got Tal Ben Haim, Joe Cole, and Emerson Palmieri.
Well, Lampard's first.
2001.
Hang on, who was the very last name?
So you've got
Emerson.
Ba, Ben Haim, Joe Cole, Emerson.
It was Ben Haim then, surely, after Lampard.
Ben Haim's got to be second here, yeah.
Wow.
Could have been Joe Cole.
Oh, no, could have been Joe Cole, though. Because Joe Cole bounced around, didn't he? And he only stayed at a club for 6 weeks and then went somewhere else.
Joe Cole joined us in 2003 after West Ham went down. And then, yes, Tal Ben Haim in 07.
Yeah. And then it's Barr and then Emerson.
2012 and
Yeah.
2017. Nicely done,
I
team.
didn't even know Demba Ba played for West Ham. I had no idea.
Really? It was like, was
Yeah.
it a season or a half a season he did it?
I just always remember him at Newcastle.
Yeah, when he was good.
And then it
Yeah,
was
that's
good for
probably
us. He was a bit underrated for us. Maybe not.
Yeah, he was okay for us, I thought.
Yeah, decent
Yeah,
player.
He was
did
another
his-
Batshuayi.
Mm,
And it really
yeah.
nice. It's always fun when people say hit the Demba when you hit the woodwork.
Yeah.
Ah. Right, so we've got Tom and Quaresma's questions. This is, of course. Tom says, would Gittins benefit from a loan, or is it time to get rid because he's woeful?
I don't
Or
see
just-
how we could even loan him in terms of a return on investment because we paid 50, 60 odd million for him.
Man.
It's
Or
just too much money, isn't it?
I've got a revolutionary idea here.
Hmm.
Maybe we could try, and it's just trial it, playing a right-footed winger on the right.
I hate that.
Well, hang on.
That's
Do you know what
too
I'm going
common sense. Don't like it.
What I'm going to say about this is maybe this is a situation a bit like Chris was saying earlier. Maybe we just have to play him until he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Possible.
maybe. Yeah.
I've got tomato picks with, is Mikey going to be proven right? Is Joao Pedro going to be the signing of the season? I forgot I put that down. I also, you saying
It's
that,
up there, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I put as worst signing of the summer, I put Ekatike and Zubamendi. So that's ironic.
Oh dear.
They're fucking awful. They've been brilliant.
You've had a mare there.
I'm pretty sure I picked them.
In fairness, I think Ekatike has been overrated.
He's been good though.
He's been good. I don't think he's been anywhere near signing of the season, though.
No.
I think
But
he's looked better because Isak's been so awful.
Yeah, that really helps because he was 40 odd million cheaper than Isak and he's twice the player.
Yeah, but you've got to remember Ekatike was still like 75, 80 million quid.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Josh on good old Twitter said, who do we play next in the Champions League? I believe it's Newcastle, Monaco,
PSG or Karabakh.
Barcelona.
And it's based on what happens tomorrow with this draw and who wins what. I kind of understand the draw. I don't know.
Who do you want?
Not Karabakh. No. Did we learn nothing from how we played them and got absolutely embarrassed?
But mate, we didn't have a manager then.
I think I want Monaco.
Ooh, that'd be a nice.
I think that'd be a good
Very
game.
Expensive.
Yeah, but stick Badiashile and Disassi in just for the game, and just be like, look what you cost us.
I won't lie. Playing a team from your own nation is so boring. I don't want that.
I wouldn't mind PSG again either.
As long as we avoid Newcastle and PSG, I think are the two you'd want to avoid. Monaco, them are probably the third best there. Karabakh are the worst of the four.
But you don't always want to play the worst team.
We'll be at home.
They are shit.
Yeah. Shit.
They lost 6-0 at Anfield. 6-0.
Yeah. Is it two-legged?
Drew with us though, didn't they?
Yeah, but again, we didn't have a manager.
Yeah. We will end today with Lono Carousel.
Yeah, we get to play a game.
Well, we do, yeah. It's quite good. It's always good.
It's not been called off.
Wrapping up today's show, I've stuck a fork in the ground. Pitch is good. The ball is bouncing. We can play. The category is This is Brazil. Success, though, may vary because Brazil has produced some of the finest players of all time. And more in recent years have been coming to the English shores and strutting their stuff in the top flight. Differing degrees of success. So I just want you to name me the 32 Brazilians who have scored 10 Premier League goals or more. And I would like to state very early on that Diego Costa, Jorginho and Rodrigo are all ineligible for this list because despite being born in Brazil, they chose to represent other international teams and doing so are not considered Brazilian by the Premier League website. So I turn
Brazil
to...
like you're dead to us.
That's it. I'm not the Premier League. Not my problem. I will turn to Chris to say, kick us off with a name, please, that's on this list.
Willian,
scorer of 47 goals for Chelsea, Arsenal and Fulham.
What player?
What player? Joao Pedro.
Joao Pedro, scorer of 30 so far for Watford, Brighton and Chelsea.
So I'm just going to double check, right? Just because I zoned out a little and I was already thinking about names when you was talking. It's 10 Premier League goals or more.
Correct.
Yeah.
It can
10,
be
10 would be enough.
Yes.
Okay, right. Richarlison
has 71 for Watford, Everton and Tottenham. That's a lot of goals.
There's a lot of goals.
I didn't think he had that many.
Shit though, innit?
Yeah,
still shit.
Oscar,
21 for Chelsea.
Oh, good shout.
Only one Brazilian has scored more Premier League goals than fucking Richarlison. Oh my word.
That's upsetting.
Wow. Roberto Firmino.
Who is that player with 82 for Liverpool?
What player?
Ramirez.
Good
17 for Chelsea.
I thought surely he's got enough. I was trying to think of it in my head. I was like, there was that one, that one.
10 doesn't sound like a lot, does it?
No.
When you consider, I mean, you'd only have to be 5 years in the league, 2 goals a year.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Gabby Jesus.
Gabriel Jesus, 77 so far for City and Arsenal.
Coutinho.
Philippe Coutinho, of course, for Liverpool and Villa, 47.
Martinelli.
Gabriel Martinelli, 41 for Arsenal so far.
Oh, that's more than I was expecting there, to be honest. I thought he was going to be close.
I'm going to go the Gabriel who plays for Arsenal.
Gabriel
I think he's got about
Margulies, 20 Premier League goals.
Has he got 10? He must have 10 by now. Bruno Guimaraes.
29 for Newcastle so far.
Good lad.
This one's a bit risky, but he did used to be a striker, so I hope it's right. Joe Linton.
Joe Linton has 24 for Newcastle so far.
I was thinking he's not been there all that long, but he was a striker, but he was crap.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it then?
Yeah.
Blast from the past. What about Juninho, who used to play for Middlesbrough?
Juninho Paulista, 29 for Middlesbrough. I need to watch more of this.
From
Mateus Cunha.
Mainly for Wolves, but
for Wolves and Manchester United, 34. And I won't lie, I saw him in the flesh and he was very good for Wolves.
Lucas Paqueta,
16 for West Ham. And
we are dicing with it now.
He's off to Flamengo.
He was banned for so long, wasn't he?
I don't think he was he?
He was banned for gambling, wasn't he?
He's shit as well, isn't he? Let's be fair.
Allegedly. Oh no, allegedly. It was proven he didn't.
Oh yeah, no, he was acquitted.
Yeah. He's innocent.
And he was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Right. Fernandinho, he must have enough.
Fernandinho.
In the league forever.
20 goals, Manchester City.
Wow.
My word.
That has shocked me, I'm not going to lie.
Again, he's not on this list, but I've just seen the Anthony goal and it is very fucking good. Oh my word.
But like
Oh.
you say, Chris, it's like I don't know. He probably scored 3 goals a season, but he was at Man
Yeah,
City
it's fair.
forever.
That is
Oh,
mad.
I'm gonna go with Rodrigo Muniz at Fulham.
Oh, what a beautiful shout. He's got 18 goals for Fulham.
Um,
I'm
oh, of
starting to
course.
struggle here.
This season, Igor Thiago
Igor Thiago
Oh,
has
for
16
Brentford.
goals for Brentford Football
Most goals
Club.
by a
brilliant.
Brazilian in a single Premier League season, I think.
I believe it is.
I'm surprised it's that low.
I'll follow on that on a similar theme then. Evan Nielsen at Bournemouth.
14 for Bournemouth, yes.
Fucking hell. I
Has he
can't
really
wait till I
got
get someone with
14?
10.
Yeah, there are some names on here. I promise you, there's one player
We're
who,
gonna get there, I'm sure.
if you said him, I'd be so impressed because no one thinks that he would have scored 10. No way.
I've got a bit of a no, I'm gonna go for a safer shout. I've just remembered he was in the Premier League when Leeds were. Rafinha.
Rafinha has 17 for Leeds.
Wow. In fairness, I thought of him,
now.
but I didn't think he was in the league long enough, and I didn't think he was that good when he was here.
I'm struggling now because I can't. I'm struggling. I'm running out of attackers now. Who I think are good enough.
I'm the same. I'm gonna go with someone I'm not even convinced he did get 10.
Hmm.
Robinho.
Yes, 14 for Manchester City.
He's got 14. Are you kidding me?
Woo!
All right, this is now a risky shout because I'm almost out of names. I think
11 left.
I'm gonna go with David Luiz.
David Luiz, 14 for Chelsea and Arsenal.
That is a fucking great shout, by the way.
Because he's very attacking, scored a few free kicks, didn't he? Like
he did.
A few headers here and there.
I am struggling now. All I can think about now is defenders. That's the issue I've got. And did they score enough? Oh, gonna have to go with. He did score a few for us. Thiago Silva.
Thiago Silva, he didn't make the list. Ollie can win it. Ollie can win it.
I'm gonna go with the other Luiz, Douglas Luiz.
Douglas Luiz, 20 goals, Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest. Ollie has absolutely earned his point on the board, taking a 2-1 lead.
You waited all that time, Chris, and you lost.
Can you give me the
I'm
other
out of 4
Brazilians?
because I haven't had anyone to play.
I will give you the clubs. I have got Middlesbrough, 10 goals. This is the one that I think no one will get because they would have gone.
Alfonso Alves.
He got 10 goals for Middlesbrough. Shocking. I don't know how he did it. And a Man United and Fulham player with 11.
Pereira.
Correct. A Man United player with 10. Still there.
Casemiro.
Manchester City midfielder.
That's so
Bit of a throwback. Barkley's era player, I think. Proper Barkley.
Brazilian, but Brazilian.
Ilana.
Oh, yes. West Ham. Don't know where this guy is now.
It's a fucking joke. This is. I can name all of these.
Felipe Anderson.
Correct. Man City. Man City and the giveaway, Hull.
Giovanni.
Yep. Arsenal. You wouldn't expect him to score a lot of goals, but he scored 17.
Gilberto Silva.
Yep. Spurs.
Paulinho.
No. 20. Scored more famous Champions League goal.
Oh, Lucas Moura.
Oh, Lucas Moura.
And friend of the show for West Brom.
The other Pereira.
Mateus. Oh, we all remember him. Oh, he haunts our nightmares and our dreams.
It's fucking easy when you have the clubs.
It really is. I know. Oh, listeners, we are at the end of another episode, so thank you, of course, for tuning in. It's not the best. Don't forget, we are proudly partnered with Head in the Game, a mental health charity using football to support wellbeing community. Find out more at headinthegame.co.uk. Treat yourself well. We're back on Monday with our winners and losers from Chelsea and West Ham. And Chelsea women who are taking on, I didn't check who they were.
Man City away.
Oh, of course, it's Man City. I spoke about it on Monday. It's going to be interesting. I'm just going to say that now. Is it going to be an interesting game? Yeah, that's how I'm going to comfort myself when we probably lose. No, positive thinking. But until next time, that'll be us signing off.
You've been listening to At the Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram by searching for At the Bridge Pod. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, leaving us a review is always appreciated.